I should keep my phone on fucking on or some shit, bro. Next is gonna be, or number 10 actually, is gonna be Assault King. Now, if you asked me a couple months ago, I probably would have said Assault King's a bot. I did not respect him at all when it came to being a good player. But now, Assault King has proven himself very well against good players. He's probably arguably, actually not arguably, he is the best head glitcher right now. Nobody can be on the Jeep like Assault King. He has proved himself against good players, against bots, against anybody really. He's very good at holding his own. And even by himself in a pub game against good players, you're not gonna get him off AG. Assault King's the best head glitcher I know right now. And he is just ridiculous. Assault King is crazy, and you're not gonna. Another thing with him, just like Howler and Omni, he does not run Ordnance. He doesn't run Escalation. He runs Hunker Instincts, and that just makes me respect him even more. He doesn't use Escalation or Ordnance to get streaks, and he still gets streaks. Like he doesn't use cheap shit like Ordnance. Not that's cheap, but it's like you're not gonna get him off the Jeep. He will get streaks, and he can hold his own against good players, which is why I'm putting him at the top of the list. He's not necessarily better than anybody on this list, but not necessarily worse. But I'm putting him as at number 10 as kind of like a placeholder of really good players, and just as the best head glitcher in the game right now. Alright. At number 9, there is KNG. I don't really know what his gamer tag is, but it's like KNG and a couple Roman numerals. He's in TFE, and I haven't heard from him too often, and he's more like a very up-and-coming player. But I'm putting him kind of low because he plays so, I don't even know really how to pinpoint his playstyle. He goes from A to C, he runs B, he throws satchels, but he's just a very well-around player at what he does. He can throw satchels very well, he can run B very well. And I feel like if I give him more time to prove himself, and some more time to really hone his skills, he could be a potential top 5 player. This guy gets streaks very fucking fast, and he gets streaks really fast, and he's probably one of the best streakers I've seen against good players in a minute. I would put him higher, but I haven't seen enough of him to really put him any higher, or to make him better than any other players that I've seen on this list ahead of him. While he is a very good player, I'm putting him at number 9 because if I give him enough time, or if I give him some more time, he could prove himself to be a really big problem in this game. Alright, number 8. Number 8, it's Desolate Locust. Now, Desolate Locust is a well-renowned player in this game, and I'm pretty sure everybody really considers him to be good. Nobody ever talks shit on Desolate Locust saying, oh, he's a bot, he's not good. People genuinely consider Desolate Locust to be pretty good. And his main weapon of choice is the Thompson, from what I've seen. And another thing with him, just like Assault King, he does not run Ordnance. He runs Escalation Hustle on his Thompson class, or Saboteur or anything like that, but he can throw satchels very well. But just the one thing that stands out about him, he plays so aggressively and gets streaks without Hunker or Ordnance. He doesn't use Hunker or Ordnance, and he still gets streaks. That's not even a big deal if you really think about head glitchers, but the fact that he plays so aggressively. You're always going to find Desolate Locust in B, you're just going to find him on A if there's people on the flag. He's a go-getter when it comes to aggression, and he doesn't use anything that's helping him out or not letting him get blown up. He's aggressive and gets streaks. That's what I give it to him. He has a very good gun game, probably some of the best I've seen when it comes to a high recoil weapon like the one he uses. Very good gun game, very aggressive, and a very good streaker. Desolate Locust is number 8 for the top 10 best World War II players I think right now, and it's going to take a lot to topple him. Alright, number 7 is going to be King of Cod. In my past video I put King of Cod as number 2 I think, or number 3 actually, no, number 2. But since then I feel like King of Cod has fallen off. Either he's fallen off or we have just gotten, as a community, more like just better in general, because I'm pretty sure people consider King of Cod to be one of the best players just from the shit that he's done. But now after playing 66s and seeing him for who he is, I don't think King, while he's still a very good player and was probably one of the best in the past, I don't think he can hold up. Not anymore, really. Not anymore. I don't think King of Cod can hold up, because he only can do well with satchel charges. But I mean, he can do well with anything, but I feel like his main fallback is satchel charges, and I don't respect that. I just don't. Satchel charges is not, it's not what I respect. And King of Cod's a very toxic guy, which makes people not like him as much. But just in general, King of Cod's very good. And anything I said about KNG, you can say for King of Cod in a better degree. But I'm putting him not as high as I used to because there are people that are simply better. There's just better players than him. And he was very good in the past. Very good. Probably the best. But he just can't. He hasn't gotten better. He stayed at a good level. And he still is top 7, obviously. But he's not one of the best anymore. He really isn't. I respect King for what he's done in the past and the shit that he's done. But I can't call him top 5 or even number 1. Alright, number 6 is going to be Duffel. Duffel's awesome. I haven't played with Duffel that much, and I don't think he usually played this game for that long. Like, by that long, I mean like a year. But it's like, if you really think about it, that's not that long, because most of these players have been playing this game since it came out. Duffel is relatively new, and he's in TFE. But his gun game is probably the best, and I mean that. His gun game is arguably the best I've seen for him not using anything broken. Like, when I say broken, I mean like EMP, Bekovic, like that. He uses the PPSH with no rapid fire, I'm pretty sure. And he beams people with that. He beams people with EMPs with a PPSH with no rapid fire, which is just crazy. He plays Claw just like me, or he's tried to. And his 1v1 ability is probably up there. If I make another list, Duffel's going to be very high on that list on 1v1s. But Duffel's given me some of the best competition I've ever had in a 1v1 in a long-ass time. And I feel like Duffel could be... Actually, well, I'm not saying... I don't know what I'm saying, but Duffel is one of the best right now. Duffel has proven himself many times over C4 with boardness, hunker, with anything. He can head glitch, he can run around. I don't think I've seen a screenshot of Duffel going negative, because he genuinely is that fucking good. Duffel is so good at the game, and if I give him like maybe like 6 months, 7 months, he could potentially be the best player, because there's just something about Duffel and his playstyle that just he's a good ass player, man. There's nothing more for me to really say about Duffel except that he's a really big problem. Next, number 5 is going to be Clemeth or Kunimistu, whoever you... It's Clemeth, bro. And this is what I said about Jerseyville in the honorable mentions. Clemeth's playstyle, he plays outskirts, but he plays outskirts probably better than I've ever seen anybody play. Clemeth is just ridiculous, and he's a cocky ass guy, and I can respect that. He's very good at 1v1s. He has a particular way of 1v1ing with guns and snipers that makes him very hard to kill. He's probably one of the best pub players, probably one of the best against good players. He runs fighter pallets, which is a little bit unrespectable, but he's just so good at what he does that I really have to respect him for it. Clemeth is going to be hard to kill. He has good gun game. He plays outskirts, literally the best outskirts player in the game. He can throw, actually he can't throw satchels. The one weakness I'll give Clemeth is that he does suffer a little bit against C4, but I can't really punish him on that one because it's more of a general thing with every good player. C4s are hard to deal with, obviously, but Clemeth is just really good at what he does, and it's going to be really hard to make him go negative and beat him in a pub because you're not going to find Clemeth too often, but he's going to get streaks from your teammates, he's going to get streaks from you. His playstyle just benefits him really well when it comes to good players and pubs. So that's Clemeth, number 5. Number 4 is Camo. Now, I don't think anybody would expect him to be that high, but I really do, and a lot of other people consider Camo to be very versatile. He can shoot his gun pretty well. He's pretty good at 1v1s. He's good at streaking, but the main thing that's making him this high is he is the best C4 thrower in the game. Camo's way of playing with C4 is better than I've seen a lot of people's. Even if he's stunned, even if he's slashed, even if he has C4 thrown to him, he's gonna kill you with it first. And I can't describe it too well because I don't throw C4 myself, but he's really good. Camo will blow you up. That's a problem. Like, it's not even that he can streak that much, and he can streak. I had it firsthand. He gets ball turns. He got 2 ball turns in 6x that I participated in. And with C4, while there was C4 blowing up around him, I just don't get it. Camo will usually have the most score if you play with him, and he'll probably have the most kills. He's a very good streaker even with satchels. And unfortunately his man account got banned, so you're not gonna, so his new name is Kobe is bot, which is a decent name, I guess. But he's a really good satchel thrower, really good streaker, and actually he is the best satchel thrower, so I'm giving him number 4 just because how versatile and how much better he is than a lot of players that I've said. Number 3 is Kyle Kamaru. This is probably pretty self-explanatory, but Kyle Kamaru is kind of like the godfather of streaking. And under a Shinigami name, he really wasn't that amazing. But when he changed his name to Kyle Kamaru, he turned into this different beast, a different animal. Kyle Kamaru, Shinigami, however you want to say it, he moves so well. He might not have the best gun skill in the game, and when I say that I mean like jump shotting, drop shotting, stuff like this, pre-fire. But his gun game is really good enough to just kill you. If you see him in a gunfight, chances are he's gonna hip fire you, aim, and then kill you. And you don't have to be amazing on the sticks to do shit like that. You just shoot your fucking gun. That's exactly what he does. He moves around the map and has the map awareness of. He has the best map awareness in the game. He plays like a different entity. Genuinely. He streaks quicker than I've seen anybody streak. He barely uses hunker. He's on par with Camo for being one of the best C4 throwers, but I'm gonna give the edge to Camo when it comes to that. But Kyle Kamaru is ridiculous at streaking. He's very good against good players. Even if he does sacrifice his KD sometimes to win the game and get caps, if he wants to, he can easily run and gun and throw satchels to get a good KD and get streaks. And the main thing with him, bro, when he streaks, he changes the game. He will change the game. Some people streak like Camo, he gets ball turns. Zodiac, he gets firebombings, but like streaks sometimes like that in a 6v6, you might get them, but they're not going to change the game. There's a really big difference between getting streaks and changing the game. And Kyle Kamaru can change the game with a fucking fighter pilot. He'll get one fighter pilot, get him off A, throw a satchel over at CG, and get an artillery. He will just... It's so weird, because you won't expect him to streak as quick as he does, but he'll get 2 kills, a fighter pilot, and then he has paratroopers. It's so strange. And he doesn't even use hunker either, so he just gets blown up and still gets streaks. But I give Kyle Kamaru a lot of respect because he can hold his own against really good players. And is probably the best streaker in the game. There's Kyle Kamaru. Number 2, I'm going to be honest, bro. I'm going to give the number 2 spot to myself. I'm not going to go into depth of why I think I'm number 2 because I don't really know myself. But off of what other people have said, off of what I think I'm probably one of the best. Just because I'm so... I don't even know, bro. Just, like my bio says, just play me in pubs, and you'll figure it out. Alright, number 1. Blickathon. Blickathon was number 8 or 7 on my last list, but now, after seeing so much improvement, so much gun skill, Blickathon right now in World War II is the best Call of Duty player I've seen. Ever. He uses the Irma EMP, which you could argue is a cheap gun, but he doesn't have to use that. I've seen him go off with PBSH, a fucking shotgun, a sniper, a fucking axe. I've seen him go off with. Blickathon does use ordnance, but not usually. I've seen him use it, but he usually uses Escalation Hunker, Instinct Saboteur, shit like that. He's a very good C4 player. Not one of the best, but he still can hold his own with satchels. The main thing with Blickathon, I would say, is he gets the most score. You will not outscore Blickathon in a 6v6. He does whatever he can. Blickathon's playstyle is aggression. You cannot pinpoint where he is on the map. He will get caps, he'll get defense, he'll get kills, he'll rush anywhere you want him to rush down and down. And that's why he's so dangerous. You're not going to know where he is. And he's going to streak, he's going to kill you, and then he's going to move somewhere else. But you're not going to know where that place is. Like some people, you see him get a kill on CG, you know they're going to be at A. Blickathon will just change that whole idea. He'll get a kill at A and then sprint all the way over to fucking main crate and then clear out C from there. It's so... You don't know where he's going to be. He goes everywhere, he's a renegade. He usually has the most caps, the most defense, the most kills. And his gun game is otherworldly, bro. It's just... It's really crazy. He used to say his gun game was not that good nowadays, but... Or in the past. But now his gun game is probably on par with some of the best, even pro players. Because if you see him in a gunfight, he's going to kill you. He really will kill you. Blickathon is such a problem when it comes to good players in a 6v6 that I would just look out for him. Like, he's not a toxic guy, but I mean, you'll say GG, he's not a toxic guy. But just look out for him in a 6v6, man. He's probably the best player in War 2 right now. Just off of everything that he can do. Alright, and that's the list. If you don't agree with it, comment. Even though I probably won't respond, but still, do what you want. Appreciate it.